NFL Daily Mailbag coming up. Yeah, what up, Jacob? Will the Falcons and Texans get into a bidding war for Eric Bienemy?
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what. Every team that fires their head coach
should
get into a war for Eric Bienemy. He should be the number one candidate on every single person's
I know
list.
the Texans don't have a lot of draft assets, but if I'm Bienemy looking at those two jobs, I'm not thinking twice. I'm going to Houston. Like, I'm taking my chances with the 24, 25-year-old quarterback who isn't Patrick Mahomes, but might be the closest thing we have to Patrick Mahomes in the NFL, which is obviously the quarterback he has coached in Kansas City. So if it's between those two, I would lean Houston if I'm Bienemy.
Got a super chat coming in here. If the Steelers get JJ, I think you mean Watt, do they have the best defensive line of all time? Best defensive line of all time? No. But obviously the Steelers' defense did just lose Devin Bush for the season with an ACL injury. I mean, this is one of the best defenses in the National Football League. It's a reason why they're, you could argue, top 3 team right now. I'm not going to say that. However, I would love for J.J. Watt to join his 2 other brothers and go to Pittsburgh. Let's go to the next question here. We got Preston Schmidt. Leonard Williams to Seattle for a 2022 third? No. I mean,
2022 third, 2021 seventh, and maybe Rashad Penny. Look, it at least has to be a second plus more, probably a first, because it's not like he was a late first-round pick.
No.
He was the number 3 overall pick. Like, Seattle doesn't have the ammunition to get Leonard Williams, I'm afraid.
Let's go to Sean Harrison. You the GOAT. Mitch, you all right. Who trading for John Ross? Well,
by the way, I'm an idiot. I was thinking Quentin Williams.
I know you were. It's okay. I mean, Leonard Williams drafted number 6, so
you can blame me on that, Seahawks fans. I still don't think it's enough, but maybe not at first.
All right, what about John Ross then, since you're the GOAT? You want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll take this one. We'll get back on track here. Here's the thing. He's just not that good. And he stays hurt a lot. Look, he's intriguing. He can run. We know that, but he just hasn't shown us enough, Mitch. Like, he's played in basically just one game this year, 2 catches for 17 yards. Oh, guess what? He got hurt again. And then this past game, only played in the 1 snap. He can't get on the field in Cincinnati. I know they got some decent receivers. You got Green, you got Tyler Boyd and some of those guys. But, John, conditional 6th or 7th, fine. But, at this point, I'm not trading anything significant for John Ross, especially considering he's a free agent after this year. I can just go out and sign him.
So here at Chat Sports, we demand your participation. We're a live and interactive YouTube channel, and we want you to get your votes in. Y for yes or N for no. Will John Ross get traded? I'm going to say this. Dear John, your career is going to turn out a lot like Corey Coleman, a player who's got ridiculous athletic ability but can only do one thing. And I'm sorry, in football, you got to be a lot more than fast. John Ross is fast.
Unless you're freakish like DK Metcalf, you got to be able to
He's also got size. I mean, DK can also route run a little bit.
Yeah, he can do a little bit,
So Y for yes, N for no. If he does end up getting traded, here's some teams that I think at least make a little bit of sense. The Patriots, they need wide receiver help. The Packers, they need speed. So do the 49ers and Eagles. The most intriguing name on here, though, for me, is the Indianapolis Colts. They lost Paris Campbell, and this is a team that needs to be able to add more speed. I love T.Y. Hilton, but he's not what he used to be. If you tell me right now who's the one team that goes out and makes this move, I'm going to say the Indianapolis Colts end up trying to catch up to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, so we'll see if John Ross gets traded and where he could be traded before the deadline.
Super chat from Fraud Slayer. Interesting. Assuming the Jets tank for Trevor, is there any chance Dabo? No.
No chance. Dabo, he doesn't strike. Couple things.
Clemson's better than 95% of the jobs in the NFL.
Well, not only that, Dabo doesn't really strike me as a guy to make the jump. Like Lincoln Riley, I think he'll jump at some point. I don't know if it'll be this year, but Dabo is a guy who
make more at Clemson and better job secure. I mean,
he's a college coach. Like
the only way Dabo
keeps his
leaves
players
Clemson
off social media. Like he likes managing these 18 to 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an NFL guy, and he sure as hell ain't taking the Jets job because that makes
the only job he leaves for, honestly, I think, is Alabama, and that's even that.
And that's not the NFL.
Exactly. All right, so spam in the comments. Who is your favorite NFL player? Let us know. We'll start giving some shout-outs here. I would say some of my favorite players right now, I'm always going to throw out a guy like Josh Jacobs. One player who I've really, really enjoyed watching this season, especially Derrick Henry, I mean, he's just absolutely trucking dudes.
He's putting the middle finger up to those who say running backs aren't worth it.
I'm seeing Derek. Oh yeah, absolutely. Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf.
I love Metcalf, dude.
I won't say Joe Mixon, Kevin. He's got a weird pass. Julian Edelman. Continue to get your votes in here on who your favorite player is. The reason why I do want to give you guys a quick, little shout out here. If you're looking for an NFL face mask, you can get face masks of your favorite players and of your favorite teams at the link that you see below. So go to chatsports.com/staysafe, because bottom line is this: you're going to have to end up wearing an NFL face mask if you go out in public. And now we are finally starting to be able to get fans into some stadiums, which is exciting. Let's keep it going. We don't need any more outbreaks. Wear your mask. Do your part. We're just trying to help you out. Find some new ones here. Chatsports.com/staysafe. The last time I checked, I believe they were 25% off.
Yeah, and we got some of these player masks available as well. Usually one or two players on each team, typically the star-type players like Cam Newton up in New England. So go to chatsports.com/staysafe. Pick up a face mask. Let's return to packing these stadiums, please.
Seriously.
So let's beat this coronavirus. Get a face mask and represent your favorite player and your favorite team.
I will say, though, there is no Trace McSorley face mask. Somebody's asking for one.
They're not available.
Nobody wants that. All right, Isaiah 6, what up? Will Arizona go after a tight end, Njoku maybe?
It'd be fun. I think it would help Kyler Murray out a bit because they've got a nice receiving core, and Fitzgerald can be that safety valve at times. But it's nice for a young quarterback to have a reliable tight end on third down.
Yeah.
They don't have that in Arizona. I would like to see them go out and get a tight end. I would love Njoku in Arizona. I think that would be a lot of fun.
If you could ask me where Njoku has the highest chance of getting traded to, I would actually say the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, S. Laurie, get a picture. The Niners will beat the Pats on Sunday.
I agree. I think they do. They played a lot better against the Rams. I think Jimmy G looks healthy for the first time in a few weeks. I agree. I don't like how the Pats have played the last few weeks. I don't want to laugh, but it looks like Cam has not been the same since he.
I also think though
COVID,
that Cam, I think the entire Patriots team got a little bit thrown off. Crazy week with COVID. Some players missing it. I'm gonna go with New England.
Okay.
Give me the Patriots over the 49ers. Let us know. Type 4 for the 49ers or type P for the Patriots. Let us know who you got. Interesting name here. This must be Dylan's burner account. What will it take to fire Mike McCarthy? 2-14.
They're not going to fire him. Not in year one. Should they consider it if they go 2-14?
I mean, I said it right off the bat. This was a horrible hire because Mike McCarthy is doing exactly what he did in Green Bay. He is a coach that's just trapped in the olden times, making no changes whatsoever.
And I will say, 6 games into his tenure, and you already have players going anonymously to the media saying the coaching staff
That's not
sucks.
a good look.
That's a bad sign. So I still don't think Jerry Jones will admit that he hired the wrong guy by firing him because he has too much pride. Should they consider it? Yeah, they probably should if they go 2-14.
Let's go to Rashad Lee here. Should the Packers trade for OBJ? It would be fun and entertaining to get him another receiver, but the Browns are not going to let go of OBJ.
They're in the playoff. Sure, they've gotten blown out twice.
Against
two losses against 2 good teams, but they're in the playoff hunt. They're 4-2. Regardless of how you get to 4-2, that's going to keep you in the mix. They're not going to trade him this year. I think the Browns are going to play this year out and then reevaluate in the offseason because it's year one under Stefanski, and you got to see what Baker is this year.
You got to figure out if Baker's the guy. If Baker's not the guy and they get rid of him, we're going to make a video about it.
Off-season trade, baby.
Oh, dude, that'd be insane. All right, y'all, who subscribe here to Chat Sports? The last time we checked, only 55% of the people watching this video were subbed. So we're going to start giving some shout-outs to the people who are subscribed, and if you aren't, click that subscribe button. It's an easy way that we can keep our channel for free. So I see Miri in there. I see Rooney. I see Rashad Lee. If you're watching this at a later date, we go live every single Monday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. So
let us know if you're one of the subscribers, and if you haven't, just hit that red button. It's easy.
Let's go to this next question from Jeff Rogers. Will the Browns bench Baker Mayfield?
I think it would take a lot. They're still 4-2. That's premature.
I mean, they kind of did this past week. Kind of. He was injured, but Case Keenum to me is a very respectable backup quarterback.
Totally,
they gave him a 3-year contract, $18 million. Baker has not been good this season, and he got exposed. He's been exposed 2 times this year against good teams. Without Nick Chubb, they got to run the football. I'm just saying, Case Keenum.
Producer Sam doesn't like this idea, but it could happen.
All right, let's go to Gustavo Braganolo. J.J. Watt to the Seahawks is viable / realistic. So obviously Seattle has a lot of needs. It's one of the reasons why they went out and got Damon Snacks Harrison. They also made a move and added Michael Kendricks both to the practice squad. Could they use a player like this on the defensive line? Yes, absolutely.
They don't have the assets.
However, I don't anticipate Houston getting rid of their franchise player, and honestly, probably the face of the entire city of Houston. I mean, what he's been able to do, the only way he gets moved, in my opinion, I think the only team that J.J. Watt would want to play for besides Houston is the Pittsburgh Steelers to join his two brothers and go for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, let's go to the next question. Sean, Raiders get Julio. No, I've seen this rumor. I saw CBS put out the ideal trade situation. The Raiders trading for Julio Jones makes absolutely no sense. You're going to probably have to give up a first-round pick. The offense isn't the issue for the Raiders. It's the defense. Use your draft capital, get some defensive players in there, because as long as you're giving up over 30 points a game, it's really hard to win in the NFL. And with Henry Ruggs this year, you're averaging 36 points per game. I love Julio, but he's not the answer.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Gio, last question. We're living in a world where the Bears have as much wins as the whole NFC leads.
It's true. We are living in that world. Welcome to 2020, where the unexpected becomes very expected. The NFC East is a joke. I think the NFL, after this season, Mitch, needs to take a hard look at their playoff, how they do things. Now, I think every team should get a team in still. I'm not saying that. But
home field advantage.
But the home field advantage thing for winning your division, that's got to go away, because the Bears or Packers are going to have to go on the road in the first round against a bad football team. That's a joke. Got to get rid of that.